You don't notice it at first. Then suddenly, you realize you've stopped doing things you once loved. Why? No one tells you how aging quietly changes even the smallest habits. And some of those changes are tough to face. But you're not alone. Hi, and this is Better Life After Golden Jubilee, where we talk about real-life shifts that come with age and how to take back your energy, joy, and purpose after 50. Today, we're diving into 12 surprising and sometimes uncomfortable ways seniors change, what they do as they age, and most people never talk about them. If you've ever felt like something's changing but couldn't quite name it, this is for you. So, before we begin, do yourself and a friend a favor. Tap like, share this with someone over 50, and subscribe for weekly videos that help you thrive, not just survive, in your golden years. Let's get started. Change number 1. Saying no more often. There comes a moment when you realize you no longer say yes to everything. Invitations, favors, even phone calls. They start to require more thought. It's not because you've become cold or antisocial. It's because your energy has become sacred. As we age, we begin to understand that time and energy aren't unlimited. The days of people-pleasing slowly fade, replaced by a quieter wisdom, self-preservation. You've earned the right to be selective. You know what drains you and what restores you. But here's the truth no one tells you. Constantly saying no can lead to something unexpected: loneliness. You might pull back to protect your energy, but in the process, meaningful connection starts to fade. The challenge isn't knowing when to say no, it's knowing when to say yes to the right things. So here's a gentle reminder. Don't just protect your time, invest it. Say no to things that deplete you, but say yes to people, places, and moments that spark joy, even if they stretch you just a little. Not every invitation is a burden, some are lifelines. And if you're feeling isolated, you're not alone. Many people over 50 feel the same way, but hesitate to admit it. What you're experiencing isn't failure, it's transformation. And it's completely normal. So the next time you're invited to a coffee, a walk, or even a phone call, pause. Ask yourself, will this refill me or empty me? If it's the former, say yes. Gently, with intention, because your energy matters, but so do you. Try saying yes to one small connection this week. Just one. You might be surprised at how good it feels. Change number 2. Eating smaller portions. There was a time when a full plate meant comfort. Seconds were almost automatic, and big meals brought people together. But now, you find yourself pushing the plate away halfway through. Not because you're dieting, but because you're full. This shift often catches people off guard. You may wonder, why don't I enjoy food like I used to? The answer isn't just in your preferences, it's in your physiology. As we age, our metabolism slows. Our stomach empties more gradually, and hormones that regulate hunger begin to change. What once fueled us now feels heavy, and what once satisfied us now overwhelms. And yet, there's a quiet grief in this change. Meals were more than food. They were rituals, celebrations, and sometimes the glue of connection. Now, finishing a large meal can leave you bloated, tired, or even anxious. It feels strange to walk away from the table still seeing food on your plate. But here's the truth. Your body is whispering its needs, and it's asking for something different now. This isn't loss, it's adaptation. Eating smaller portions doesn't mean eating less joy. It means eating smarter, slower, and more intentionally. Shift toward nutrient-dense foods. Think colorful vegetables, lean proteins, healthy fats. You don't need volume to feel satisfied. You need value in every bite. And remember, it's not just your body changing. Your relationship with food is evolving too. That's okay. Let go of guilt over unfinished meals. Listen to your hunger cues. Reconnect with the experience of eating, bite by bite. Use smaller plates at home. It tricks your brain into feeling full with less. And it honors your body's natural rhythm. Change number 3. Avoiding night driving. There was a time when driving at night felt effortless. Late dinners, spontaneous outings. Picking up the grandkids after an evening event. It was no big deal. But now, The thought of driving after dark brings hesitation. You're not being overly cautious. You're being aware. Aging brings subtle but real changes in vision, reduced contrast sensitivity, increased glare from headlights, slower adaptation to darkness. Things that once went unnoticed now feel risky, even stressful. You may have caught yourself squinting more, gripping the wheel tighter, or avoiding unfamiliar routes after sunset. It's not fear, it's realism. Your instincts are quietly adjusting to protect you. But that change can feel frustrating. You might start declining evening plans, not because you're tired, but because getting there safely feels uncertain. And here's where the emotional toll sneaks in. Avoiding night driving can shrink your world. Suddenly, your social life starts revolving around daylight. You might feel like your independence is slipping, but the truth is, you're still in control. You're just navigating differently. Adjusting to your needs isn't giving up, it's leveling up. It's smart. It's strength. You can still be active, vibrant, and social. You just plan with intention. Schedule outings earlier in the day. Carpool when you can. And if it's time, talk to your optometrist about anti-glare lenses or nighttime driving glasses. These small steps can bring confidence back behind the wheel. Do any of these sound familiar? You're not alone. It happens to all of us. This change doesn't make you less. It makes you more tuned in, more self-aware, and more empowered to protect what matters, your safety and your freedom. Change number 4, less impulse shopping. There was a time when a spontaneous purchase brought a spark of joy. A new dress, a gadget, or that tempting sale sign. It felt good to treat yourself. But now, you find yourself thinking twice before buying anything new. Do I really need this? As we age, our priorities shift. We're not just focused on collecting things, we're focused on quality, value, and meaning. What once seemed like an exciting purchase now feels like clutter. And honestly, that thrill of impulse shopping? It just doesn't hit the same way anymore. But here's the thing, while being more practical and mindful, with spending is empowering, there's a subtle emotional shift. You might miss the excitement, the spontaneity of those little purchases. In a way, shopping was a form of self-care or reward, a quick dose of pleasure. Now, it's all about intention. And sometimes, that can feel a little dull, right? You might even find yourself saying, "Am I getting old?" The truth is, this change doesn't mean you've lost your spark. It means you've grown into a deeper understanding of what truly matters. Your ability to shop less impulsively is actually a sign of wisdom. You're making choices that align with your current needs and values. But that doesn't mean you have to eliminate joy from the process. It's okay to indulge every now and then. Just do it mindfully. Treat yourself, but do it intentionally. Next time you're tempted to splurge, ask yourself one question. Will this purchase add lasting value or just temporary excitement? That simple pause can transform your shopping habits. In the end, the joy of buying less can lead to more clarity, more freedom, and ultimately, more fulfillment. Change number 5, repeating stories more often. Have you ever caught yourself telling the same story again and again? It might feel awkward at first, especially if you're not sure if the listener remembers you already shared it. You might even start to wonder, is my memory failing me? The truth is, memory shifts are a natural part of aging. The way our brains retrieve and store information changes over time. You may forget a name, a face, or the details of a conversation. It's frustrating, but there's something incredibly valuable about the stories. You repeat, they matter. When you share a story again, it's not because you're forgetful. It's because that moment, that experience, holds meaning. And when you repeat it, you're reliving something important to you. Those stories are a reflection of your life, your journey, and the people who shaped you. And here's the beautiful thing. Each retelling allows you to revisit the emotion, the lesson, or the humor of that experience. With every repetition, you're deepening your connection to your past. And for the listener, those repeated stories are often a way to better understand who you are, where you've been, and what you value. Don't feel embarrassed or frustrated by the repetition. Instead, Take pride in the fact that you have a lifetime of rich memories to share. The joy isn't just in telling the story, it's in the meaning it carries. Embrace this shift in memory as an opportunity to pass on wisdom, love, and laughter. And when someone hears your story for the first time, or the fifth time, know that it matters just as much. Try writing down a few of your favorite stories or experiences. You might find that when you retell them, you discover new insights or appreciation for those moments. Change number 6, avoiding crowds or noise. You've probably noticed it. What once felt like an energizing crowd or an exciting event now feels overwhelming. The music is too loud, the chatter too much, and the constant movement wears you down. It's not that you're becoming antisocial. It's simply that your need for peace and quiet is growing stronger. Overstimulation, whether from noise, crowds, or just constant activity, can leave you feeling drained. It's no longer about fitting in. It's about protecting your energy. This change can feel confusing at first. You may start to question yourself, wondering if you're becoming boring or too old for all the fun. But here's the truth. These changes aren't flaws. They're wisdom speaking up. You've learned what environments support your well-being and which ones drain you. This shift in preference isn't a limitation. It's a reflection of growth. You no longer feel the need to prove your social stamina. Instead, you crave meaningful connections in quiet spaces, where you can truly engage and recharge. It's important to remember that this shift is about self-care, not isolation. Just because you avoid big events or noisy settings doesn't mean you're withdrawing. It means you're being intentional about where you spend your time and energy. Smaller, more intimate gatherings are just as enriching, sometimes even more so. This change isn't a loss. It's a gain. It's the ability to choose quality over quantity in both your social life and your internal peace. So, don't feel pressured to keep up with the crowd. Instead, find the moments of stillness and connection that feel right for you. Next time you're invited to a big event, ask yourself, will this energize me or will it drain me? It's okay to say no, and choose something quieter that feels more aligned with your current needs. But here's the truth. These changes aren't flaws. They're wisdom speaking up. Change number 7, needing more time to decide. Remember when decisions used to come easily? Whether it was picking a restaurant, making a quick purchase, or choosing a weekend activity, you didn't need to think twice. But now, you find yourself pausing, weighing the pros and cons, and even second-guessing your choice. It's not that you've become indecisive. It's that you've become more thoughtful. As we age, we gain perspective. We've seen enough, lived through enough, and learned enough to understand that decisions aren't always as simple as they seem. You're not just making a choice based on the moment. You're considering the long-term impact, the consequences, and even how it aligns with your deeper values. But here's the thing. This reflective approach can sometimes be misinterpreted. Others may perceive your thoughtful pauses as hesitation or indecision. They may rush you, not understanding the care you're taking with each decision. It's frustrating because the truth is, you're not uncertain, you're just being mindful. This change is a sign of emotional maturity. You're no longer rushing through life. You've come to understand that decisions carry weight, and they should be made with care. The ability to reflect deeply and take your time is a superpower that many others might not yet possess. So don't let anyone rush you. Trust that your deliberation isn't a flaw, it's wisdom at work. You're making choices that align with your values, not just your impulses. Next time you're faced with a decision, embrace the pause. Take the time to reflect before you act, knowing that the best decisions are often made with patience. Change number 8. Losing interest in trends or news. There was a time when staying up to date with the latest trends or breaking news felt essential. You'd scroll through social media, tune into the news, and keep an eye on what everyone else was talking about. But now, you find yourself less interested. The headlines seem repetitive, and the trends feel fleeting. You're no longer caught up in the buzz. It's not that you're disconnected. It's that your focus has shifted. As we age, our priorities change. Instead of chasing the latest fashion, gadget, or viral topic, you start looking inward. You begin to care less about what's trending and more about what matters. Relationships, personal growth, health, and meaning become your true focus. You start to value deep connections and genuine experiences over superficial noise. But here's the thing. In a world that thrives on immediacy, and the next big thing, this shift can sometimes feel isolating. You might worry you're out of touch or missing out. You're not. You're evolving. This change is a sign of growth, not detachment. The wisdom you've gained over the years has led you to understand that true fulfillment doesn't come from trends. It comes from what resonates deeply within. You've learned that real joy isn't in the constant stream of information. It's in the moments that matter most to you. So, don't feel guilty for not keeping up with every headline or viral trend. Focus on the things that truly add value to your life. Trust that you're not falling behind. You're simply moving at your own pace, one that's aligned with your deeper sense of purpose. Consider curating your media consumption. Choose what uplifts, educates, or inspires you. Let go of the noise that doesn't serve your well-being. Change number 9. Wanting fewer friendships, but deeper ones. Have you ever noticed how, as time passes, your social circle seems to shrink? The big group gatherings don't hold the same appeal. You're not pushing people away, but your desire for casual acquaintances fades. Instead, you crave deeper connections, the kind that truly nourish your soul. This shift is completely natural. As we age, we begin to value authenticity over popularity. The surface-level interactions and the endless cycle of small talk start to feel draining. We want relationships where we can truly be ourselves, where we don't have to pretend or keep up appearances. It's about quality, not quantity. But here's the tricky part. While you may feel more connected to the few friends who matter most, there's also a subtle loneliness that creeps in. You might miss the bustle of social events, the sense of belonging in a larger group. And yet, when you take a step back, you realize that those moments of solitude have been replaced by something far more meaningful, connections that run deep, not wide. Coming up, this one surprised me the most. It's something we all notice but rarely admit. Wanting fewer friendships doesn't mean you're isolating yourself. It means you've found the courage to choose your energy wisely. You've learned that quality relationships offer more fulfillment than a crowd of acquaintances ever could. These deep connections bring comfort, trust, and mutual understanding. Nurture your closest relationships with intention. Invest in quality time and meaningful conversations. And don't be afraid to let go of friendships that no longer serve your emotional well-being. This shift isn't about loneliness, it's about prioritizing the connections that truly add value to your life. And that's a gift. Change number 10. Stopping hobbies you once loved. There was a time when you couldn't wait to pick up your paintbrush, grab your golf clubs, or dive into your favorite book. These hobbies brought you joy, satisfaction, and a sense of accomplishment. But lately, you found yourself putting them down, not out of disinterest, but because something has shifted, whether it's energy levels, physical limitations, or just the demands of everyday life. It can feel frustrating, almost like you're losing a piece of yourself. You wonder, why don't I feel excited about this anymore? You may even feel guilty, thinking that your passions are just fading away. But what you might not realize is that this change isn't a loss, it's a transition. As we age, our bodies and energy levels naturally change. What was once effortless might now require more effort, and some hobbies may no longer be physically feasible. It's natural to feel a sense of grief over the hobbies you once loved. But instead of focusing on what you've stopped doing, try thinking about what new opportunities might be emerging. This shift doesn't mean you've lost your passion. It means you're adapting. You might find that a different version of your hobbies is waiting for you. Maybe you can no longer hike the same trails, but you can still enjoy nature with shorter walks or simply sitting in a park. Or maybe you've stopped knitting, but you rediscover it in a new form, like a simpler project that's easier on your hands. Look at your old hobbies with fresh eyes. Is there a way to modify them so they still bring you joy? Sometimes, rediscovery is just a matter of adjusting your expectations and finding new ways to engage. Remember, it's not about giving up what you loved. It's about honoring your body and mind by exploring new avenues of fulfillment. The spark you once had might be waiting in a new place, so give yourself permission to find it again. Change number 11. Getting more emotional over small things. Have you ever found yourself tearing up at a song, a movie scene, or even a commercial? Maybe it's a photo of your grandkids or a memory that surfaces unexpectedly. These seemingly small things stir deep emotions in you now, and it can catch you off guard. It's easy to feel embarrassed, especially in a world that often values emotional control and stoicism. You might start to wonder, am I being overly sensitive? Why do I cry so easily now? But here's the truth. This emotional shift is a beautiful part of aging. It's not weakness, it's a heart that's lived. You've experienced love, loss, joy, and struggle. And all of these emotions accumulate over time. They don't disappear, they deepen. The increased emotional response you feel isn't a sign of fragility. It's a reflection of a life filled with meaning and connection. You've learned to appreciate moments more deeply, and the simplest things can remind you of the beauty in life. Those tears are a sign of your capacity to feel deeply something that many people lose touch with as they age, but you've retained it. So, when you find yourself getting emotional, instead of feeling embarrassed, embrace it. It's a testament to how much you've experienced and how much you've cared. Let those emotions flow. They are a gift, not a burden. They allow you to connect more fully with your own life and with others. Next time a song or photo moves you, instead of brushing it off, take a moment to appreciate why it makes you feel that way. Those tears might be telling you something profound about the beauty of your own life story. Remember, emotions are a powerful reminder of our humanity. Embrace them, and know that your ability to feel deeply is something to be proud of. Change number 12. Talking to yourself more often. Have you ever caught yourself talking to yourself out loud? Maybe you're sorting through a problem, reminding yourself of something, or simply narrating your thoughts as you go about your day. It can feel a little strange, especially if you find yourself doing it more often as you get older. But here's the thing, you're not losing it, you're processing. Talking to yourself is actually a healthy, grounding way to stay sharp and self-aware. It's your mind's way of organizing thoughts, finding solutions, and keeping your focus on what matters. This is something that most people do, even if they don't admit it. Whether you're planning your day or reflecting on a decision, speaking out loud can help clarify your intentions and calm your mind. As we age, this process becomes even more important. You've lived a rich life full of experiences, and your mind is constantly processing and organizing all of them. Sometimes, speaking aloud helps you connect the dots between past lessons and present choices. It's a way of grounding yourself in the moment, reducing anxiety, and improving focus. Far from being a sign of losing control, talking to yourself is a sign of mental clarity. It helps you remain sharp and self-aware, ensuring that you're always processing your experiences, learning, and growing. It's a tool that keeps you engaged with your own thoughts, and it strengthens your decision-making process. So, don't feel embarrassed when you catch yourself talking to yourself. Instead, appreciate it as a powerful tool to keep your mind active and present. Next time you find yourself talking out loud, take a moment to listen to what you're saying. Is there wisdom in your words? Is your mind trying to tell you something important? Trust that inner voice. It's working with you, not against you. These changes can feel like losses, but they're also signs of growth. You've earned the right to live on your own terms. Don't let anyone make you feel less than because you've changed. In fact, these changes are part of your wisdom, your journey, and your ability to live more authentically. Every shift you experience is a reflection of a life well lived, of lessons learned, and of evolving into the person you're meant to be. So, embrace these transformations with pride. You're not losing anything. You're gaining a deeper connection to yourself and to what truly matters. Remember, change isn't something to fear, it's something to celebrate. You're growing stronger, wiser, and more in tune with your own needs and desires. And that is nothing less than beautiful. I'd love to hear from you. What's one change you've noticed as you've gotten older that has surprised you? Share your thoughts below, and let's support each other in this journey. I read every comment and loved connecting with all of you. If you found this video helpful and want more tips on living your best life after 50, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. We're all about thriving in our golden years. And I've got plenty more content to help you feel empowered and inspired. Don't forget to share this video with someone who might need a little reminder that change is beautiful. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.